Happy sunny Sunday, everyone. It's so nice to be recording for you this morning. I've had a lovely, relaxing morning with the kiddos at their dad's and just lots of work with my yoga, just my own practice, thinking of all of you and what you're all up to. So, today I'm going to start with just this little quote. It's not really a quote, it's a statement, I suppose. And it's about listening to the still, small voice within. And when we come to our mats and we practice our yoga, we're simply preparing our bodies to do this, to listen to the still, small voice within. And yoga practice helps to quiet the mind so that we can do this. And I love the way this woman speaks about our still, small voice. She is a Kundalini yoga practitioner. Her name is Karina Virginia. And it goes like this. The soul has a quiet voice. It is so quiet it often gets drowned out. Yet it is so timeless, it is content to wait. The ego and the mind, meanwhile, are shouting and impatient, full of bravado, coaxing us to jump to conclusions. As we contemplate our course of action, many times we are bombarded with thoughts. We strive for balance and for soul-level clarity, but competing voices argue inside our head like a family loudly bickering in the apartment upstairs. Just like that loud family, the competing thoughts in our head can seem out of our control and keep us up at night. If we do sleep, we wake with our questions still unresolved. Listening to the quiet voice of our soul requires two things. First, developing our delicately sensitive intuition, while at the same time strengthening our capacity to focus. And second, holding that intuitive grace as a center point of our awareness. Once intuition is developed, we find the courage to act on it. Holding that intuitive grace as a center point of our awareness. Choosing that still, small voice who was content to wait while the ego, the mind, chatters and chatters. Here you are, here I am. We are working together to listen to the still, small voice within. Close your eyes. Bring your left hand to cover your heart center and your right hand on top. And just see if you can feel your heart beating. Trusting that through your practice today, you are cultivating the skill of quieting the mind. And now coming to seated on your mat with your hands palms down on your knees, dropping your chin to your chest, and then reach up with your hands so you can give yourself a little massage. And then move your hands around to where it feels good. So maybe you go down the arms, maybe you stay where you are, maybe you come up to the neck. Now everyone bringing hands together, clasping your hands, and as you clasp your hands, start to rub them together and start to rub the palms together. Wiggle your jaw. Keep rubbing the palms together. Open and close your mouth a few times. And now with the hands still interlaced, press the palms away in front of you and round your upper back. Take a big breath in as you lift the palms up towards the sky. Lift your gaze. Exhale, arms float down by your sides. Bring the hands together in front of heart center in Anjali Mudra. Actively press the palms of your hands together so that the arms are active, the elbows lift slightly straight out from the hands. Just feel that pressing together. Keep pressing the hands together as you sweep the fingers to the sky. Keep the hands together as you bend the elbows and let the hands gently fall behind your head. Inhale, fingertips to the sky, lift your gaze. Exhale through the mouth this time, letting all the breath out as you slide your hands in front of heart. Inhale, open your arms wide, and seated, just lean forward as you draw your shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring the fingers to touch in front of you as you round your back and tuck your chin to your chest. All you're doing is floating between those two movements now. As you inhale, arms come back. As you exhale, you hollow out the belly, fingers touch in front, chin to chest. Keep moving. Do at least 2 or 3 more. Bringing the arms back out to the sides. Let's keep the palms facing up. Reach that right arm up and over to hold the side of the head. So the right fingertips are spread out on the side of the head as you gently draw the right ear down to the right shoulder. Inhale, release, and then exhale, same thing, opposite side. Inhale, release, and now clasp hands behind the base of your skull. You're going to be really, really gentle here and not force anything. You're just gently helping to tuck the chin to your chest. Inhale, lift up, keep the fingers where they are, lift your gaze slightly. Exhale, tuck. You're not really rounding the back, you're just dropping the chin to your chest and slowly bringing your chin down. And now keep your chin tucked to your chest. Release the hands back down onto your knees. Roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale, drop your chin to your chest, and then left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, chin to chest, lift the gaze, reach up again and massage your shoulders one more time. Gently release. And now let's extend the legs straight out in front of you. And with the legs extended, lean back with your hands behind you, leaning into the hands slightly so that you can slap your legs on the mat. Just waking up the legs. And now bend the knees, walk your feet wide on the mat, keep leaning back into your hands as you wiper your legs side to side. Really letting that opposite hip come up, taking your time, moving through center and the opposite side. Just back and forth. Complete one full round so you're even on both sides. And then let's sweep the feet to one side and come to tabletop. Once you get to tabletop, Take your right foot forward between your hands. Flip the back toes, lift the knee, sink back in the hips, and straighten the legs. This song is a little obnoxious. Inhale, bend the right knee, drop the left knee, sweep the right foot back, left foot forward. Just doing the same thing on this side now. Flip the back toes, lift the knee, and then just sink back in the heel. So the back sole of the foot is not down, but you're pressing back through that heel. The legs are nice and straight. The weight is back in the hips. You have tented fingers on the mat. Inhale, bend the left knee, drop the back knee, sweep left foot back. Same thing again on each side. Right foot forward, lifting the back leg, straighten the legs. You should get a nice calf stretch on the left leg, shin stretch on the right leg as you do this. Inhale, bend the right knee, lower left, right foot back, and now left side. Big breath. Nice long exhale. And now bend the left knee so that you can hop or drag those right toes, the right foot up to meet the left at the top of your mat and come into forward fold at the top of your mat. Swaying your hips a little side to side. Inhale, hands to your shins for a halfway lift with the back nice and straight, the legs nice and straight. Gently press into the shins as you take one more big breath in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift up slightly. Tent the fingers on the mat so that you can tuck the right foot behind your left. Both soles of the feet are down. Exhale and fold. Inhale, uncross, plant the right, tuck the left. Exhale and fold. The legs are straight if they can be, knees are bent if they need to be. It's just a different version of a forward fold. Inhale, unhook the left foot, step the right foot back and come into low lunge with that back knee down, top of that foot down. In your low lunge, all you're going to do is sway back and forth on your left heel. So you inhale, you come back, exhale, sink down. So it's not like you're in a lunge hamstring stretch, but you're kind of floating between the two. You're just moving back and forth, slow and steady. Pay attention to your inhales. Make sure they're big, full inhales. Now let's take that left foot back. Bring your right foot forward between the hands. You're in your low lunge with the back knee down. Fingers tented on the mat. Just swaying back and forth. I hope you guys always remember that even if you don't get what I say exactly right, if what you're doing feels good, then you're fine. I know it's a lot harder to not see me and match that up with the movements, but just know, you're moving and it feels good, we're golden. Sweep the right foot back. And now let's come into downward facing dog. Let's really spread the hands wide on the mat. Plant the palms, but turn your fingers out slightly, and then widen your feet on the mat. And now some of the weight is forward here. So you're not sinking all the way back in your heels right now. You're kind of letting the weight be equal between the hands and the feet as you sway side to side. And now move the feet so they're hip distance apart, and then just slowly walk them up to the top of the mat. Plant the feet hip distance apart. Drop your tailbone down. Walk your hands to your thighs. Press into your thighs so that you get a little bit more upright, and then bring your hands to heart in Anjali Mudra. You're in chair. And I want you to move a little bit here. Keeping the weight in the heels, you're just going to slowly lift up and sink down. Lift up and sink down. Keep going. Up and down. See if you can feel a little lightness as you lift with your inhale, and then a grounding and a sinking down in the heels as you exhale. Let's do 2 more, building up some heat. Last one. This time you're going to come all the way up to stand. Bring your fingertips up to the sky. Lift your gaze to the sky. Exhale, open your arms wide. Swan dive to forward fold. And now let's plant the hands. Step the right foot back to a warrior 2 stance. Nice wide distance between the feet. Bending that left knee, not letting it go past that ankle. Back toes turned in slightly. Front heel intersects the back arch. Keep that left hand planted, reach the right arm to the sky. On your exhale, keep everything else the same. Just take that right arm and bring it back down to the mat. You're just going to sweep that arm up to the sky again. Exhale, sweep the arm back down. Everything else stays the same. Last time, inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm comes down. Plant both hands. Lift your back heel so you can pivot on that foot. Drag those left toes back and up to the sky. Down dog split. Left leg to the sky. Maybe you're on the tippy toes of your right foot. Inhale, sweep that foot forward again. I know that's hard. You might need to help it to get up between the hands. Left foot back up right where it was. Nice. And now wiggle the left toes forward. Sink down in your hips. Drop that back knee for a knee down low lunge. Top of the foot comes down. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, left arm down. Right arm reaches up and over to the side. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Same thing again. Exhale, sweep the left arm down. Reach the right arm up and over to the left. Inhale, sweep that left arm back up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm over to the side. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat. Sweep that left foot back and come into a knees down plank. And here you're going to move. So you're going to start to sway your hips a little bit side to side, slow and steady. Slow and steady, side to side, just resting here, getting a little bit of a stretch down the right side body, the right hip, and then the left side, left hip, just back and forth. And now come to a neutral tabletop, and let's take the right foot forward between the hands. Flip the back toes, lift the knee, step the left foot up to meet the right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press hands into the shins. Exhale and fold. Let's step that left foot back. Come into that warrior 2 stance now on this side. Wide distance between the legs so that when you bend the right knee, it doesn't go past the ankle. Sink down in the hips. Right hand stays planted, left arm reaches to the sky. Really feel the stability of your base. There should be weight pressing back in that left foot. It shouldn't be all in the right leg. Take a big breath in. Keep everything the same. Movement is just from that left shoulder as you slowly sweep that left arm down towards the mat, and then inhale, sweep it back up. Keep that stability of the base, the strength of your belly and back holding you in place. You're on your 3rd one now. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, let that arm float down. Plant that hand. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Coming into a low lunge now. Drop that back knee. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, right arm down. Left arm stays up towards the sky as you exhale and lean to the right. So left arm reaches up and over to the right. Inhale, sweep the right arm back up to the sky to meet the left arm. Exhale, arm down. Reach left arm over to the right. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, arm floats down. Inhale, right arm up. Both hands sweep to the mat. Sweep that right foot back. And now sweep that leg up to the sky for down dog split. I almost forgot to do that on this side. Down dog split. Right leg to the sky. Should feel good to lift that leg. Exhale and lower. Drop the knees. Come back to that knees down plank. If the wrists have had enough, come to your forearms. And then the elbows are planted under the shoulders. You're just swaying the hips, so you're dropping the hip bones down slightly. So think about how you look when you're in a knees down forearm or regular plank, and just sway the hips nice and big. You should feel that stretch down each side. And now walk the knees up so that you are in tabletop. Once you get to your tabletop, move through cat-cow for 3 rounds of breath. Nice and slow and steady. 3 rounds of breath. And then after that third exhale, sweep your feet to one side and come to seated. We're going to come into boat. So let's move the flesh away from our sits bones. And then bring your hands behind your thighs. The legs are extended in front of you, but the knees are bent and the heels are planted. The feet are flexed. Feel that tallness and lengthen your spine. So don't lean back yet to find the balance. Feel that lengthen the spine. Really try to puff up your chest a little bit. And then use that leverage of the hands behind the thighs to help hold you there as you start to lift one heel and start to lean back to find your balance. Lift the other heel. And now let's let the feet relax. Notice how tightly you're holding your legs. See if you can relax the grip there a little bit. And depend more on the core and your back to hold you here. Keep really drawing your belly button in. And now in your boat, you can do what you want. You can stay right where you are. You could let go of the legs and just bring the hands to rest gently next to the legs. You could extend the legs nice and straight. Reach arms towards the sky. These are all lovely options. Staying with the breath. And then on an exhale, very slowly lower the feet back down. Let's draw the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open and then drape your body into a fold over your legs, over your feet. If it feels good to move once you get there, you can do that. Inhale, slowly walk yourself back up to seated. Draw the knees together. And now reach forward. So it's like you're wrapping your arms around your outer legs. So you're giving yourself a hug, but now you're going to hold on to your toes. You're going to slowly, while holding the toes, walk the feet away from you to come into your forward fold from this setup. So all you're doing is holding the feet, slowly walking them away from you as you start to straighten out the legs and then come into your forward fold. It's okay if you need to keep the knees slightly bent. Just come into a comfortable forward fold over your legs. You'll come out just the way you came in. So holding the toes, engage your belly a little bit. So notice how your back feels with this. If you need to straighten the back out, do that. Now gently walk, holding the feet just real slow, walking the heels back up to where you started. And then let's bring soles of the feet together again. Knees fall open. Exhale and fold. You can use your elbows in the crooks of your knees or your inner thighs, or you could put hands on the inner thighs to help deepen the stretch, just pressing down there slightly. And then release. And now let's come to cross-legged, but opposite of what you normally do. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring the arms all the way down. Right hand planted by the tailbone. Left arm as leverage on the right outer thigh. Keep your chin slightly tucked into your chest. Reach towards the sky with the top of your head. Shift your gaze to the right and breathe deep into your belly. One more round of breath. And then slowly unwind, coming right to the opposite side. Same thing again. You need that hand by the tailbone to keep you upright. You'll need the right arm or the right hand to give you a little leverage to deepen the twist. Breath deep in your belly, gaze to the left. Inhale, float yourself back to center. Let's do counter twist just for a moment to the right. And then sweep back through center and to the left. Come back to center. And now make your way onto your back. Once you get onto your back, arms out by your sides. Let's bend the knees and walk the feet wide on the mat. Very slowly, wiping the legs side to side. Making sure now to link the breath with the movement. If you have nice long exhales, the knees will stay down for a little bit. And that's what you want. And now bring the knees back up towards the sky, arms down by your sides with the palms facing down. Walk your heels up until you feel them touch your fingertips or as close as you can get them. And then inch your feet away slightly. And now lift your head and notice where your knees are. You want them lined up with your hips, not splayed out, not turned in, knees in line with the hips. And now lowering the back of the head down, keeping the head down as you press into your arms, the soles of your feet, the back of your head, upper back, and lift your hips up towards the sky. And we're going to pulse into our bridge like this 3 times. So this is 1. Exhale, slowly lower. Really taking your time. Inhale, lifting for your second. Exhale and lower. And now for your third one, you can pause lifted, or if you'd rather come back down right away, you can, and then just draw knees to chest and rock on your lower back, or stay lifted in that bridge, shimmying the shoulder blades together, maybe clasping hands underneath you. One more big breath in if you're still lifted. And then on the exhale, unclasp and slowly lower the spine back down onto the mat. Join anyone else who has knees drawn to chest. Rocking on your lower back, nice and steady. And And then extending the legs straight out on the mat and the arms up overhead to rest on the floor above you. Let's come into a left-sided full body stretch. So you're really reaching with the left fingers and the left toes as you take a big, big breath in and hold that inhale and hold that engagement. Exhale through the mouth, relax the muscles, but keep everything where it is. And then same thing on the opposite side. Now right fingers and right toes, just really reaching away from each other, getting as long as you can. Big breath. Hold that inhale. Exhale through your mouth and relax. And now one more where you're reaching with all the fingers, all the toes, really big breath, holding all of that at the top of the inhale. And then exhale through your mouth. Let your arms float down by your sides. Feel all your muscles relaxing. And now decide where you'd like to be for Shavasana, either on your mat or legs up the wall. Getting nice and warm. And just slowly settling in. And for Shavasana today, let's allow a soft smile. There's a really easy soft smile as you close your eyes. Feel your heart opening. Feel your mind resting. Peace is possible. Start to deepen your inhales. Gently moving fingers and toes. Drawing knees to your chest, Slowly rolling to your right side and resting in fetal position. You can use your arm as a pillow. You're here letting the blood draw away from your heart, just to give you a nice, easeful transition back upright and to your day. Slowly making your way up to seated. And then once you come to seated, let's bring hands together in Anjali Mudra. Palms pressing together at heart center, thumbs touching your breastbone, your connecting point to your heart. And maybe you still have your soft smile as you bow. But let's open our eyes and just feel the space we've created in our bodies, in our hearts, and hopefully space in our minds. And just know that your practice is here to support you every day, whether it's 1 minute or 1 hour. We'll close with the universal sound of Om. Deep breath in. The light in me honors the light in each one of you. Namaste. If you are feeling very peaceful at any point after a yoga practice, take advantage of that. Pause seated in silence. Use this time of your body being open to help you find that still, quiet voice within. Until next time.